What's up? Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Tighten up my mic here.
How you guys doing there? There we go. Just had to get my microphone going up. Apparently, it's just connecting to random stuff. Now it's like not. It's always the same thing. What are you doing, Streamlabs? What's you can keep it. Josh, quick question for you. Really quick. You have to say it really quick. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. My question for you is Beast Gohan versus Broly.
Peace, Gohan.
Oh my goodness, everybody. We are talking about a lot of stuff today. My notes locked up, but let me tell you about all we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Dragon Ball Daima, Sparking Zero, Kakarot DLC, Fusion World, and Dokkan. Also, maybe a little bit about Fighter Z. This is the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast.
You changed it up. Now I'm a Hit Glazer. I'm a Vegeta sneaking in the donuts Glazer. Uh, what's up, chat? How's everyone doing? Um, how's your back feeling today, man? Because mine's feeling pretty good. I don't know about the Battle Spirits finals over there that was happening at Battle Hour, but I don't know, man. They're gonna need to see some chiropractors or some physiotherapy. Apparently, you're muted.
Factual.
Oh, there
Factual.
you go.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us over here at the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast. Again, my name is Kaiser, but you can call me Michael. This is Sky. You can call him Josh, but he also goes by Vegeta Preacher, the Hit Glazer, and a whole bunch of other names that we're gonna screw around with. But Josh, I know you were telling me a little bit about it before, but just
Yeah.
go off, and I'm gonna pull up the photo.
The Battle Hour finals, for the TCG, or sorry, the Battle Spirits finals at Battle Hour. It was it was terrible, dude. They gave like a small little desk and like two like chairs. You like have it like the bottom of mass when you're doing like your communion and stuff. It's so bad, dude. It's literally so. Tell me how first place gets $50,000, second place gets $30,000, and they come up with that table and those two chairs. Like it's honestly, it's terrible. It's looks. Have you popped it up on this
I'm trying.
on the stream? Because like it's really bad.
All right, folks, it's going to look wonky for 1 second. Just
That's
relax
fine.
yourself. Relax yourself, okay? Now I have news coming up here. Get out of here. This is this is
Bro, it's bad.
if you're looking at this right now and you think that maybe there's some stuff in the middle that really redeems this, I promise you it doesn't. It looks as bad as it looks. Josh, what I've basically done here is I have minimized our videos and then brought up the photo of these guys. Just again, like you're saying, they're gonna need some sort of work done for sure.
Dude, it's so bad. What the
It's so bad. Now let me see if I can get this up in a proper way here.
Yo, what the fuck is this?
Hold on.
What was Bandai cooking? They weren't cooking
They
anything.
weren't cooking, bro. They weren't
Oh
cooking.
my
Let me get us
God,
back up
it's
on screen
so
here.
bad.
Yeah. That's pretty rough. So now one thing I'm curious to know about you. So we're gonna talk about the card game a little bit today. There's been, I guess, some news there.
Yeah.
Um, tell the viewers a little bit about like what from a Dragon Ball IP standpoint. Like I want us to just like at first be like, what do you interact with daily, weekly, however? Like, what do you still have touch points with the Dragon Ball IP right now?
I'm mostly just I'm on Dokkan sometimes, but
Mhm.
it's mostly just getting news on Fusion World. I was playing the beta a little bit. I didn't really have much time in the early stages of the beta. The beta is now done. It finished uh technically the 29th, but pretty much the 28th at night. And yeah, it's basically the card game, Dokkan, and I don't really touch anything else. I have played though. I have played Fighter Z. I have played,
Yes.
Dragon Ball Legends and such too. Yeah, I guess you could say I play somewhat some Dragon Ball Legends too, but honestly, nothing right now. But I am gonna be playing Sparking Zero a shit ton when that
Yeah.
comes out. Like, no, like I'm gonna put hours in that
Yo, you know what
because
else you should
it
get?
looks great. What? Not Xenoverse 2, I'll tell you
Listen,
that
listen to
much.
me right now. The amount of disrespect I've been getting in the Discord is ridiculous and it's hurtful. Okay? This is why. It's not even that anyone's saying anything. No one they're all talking about a game and then I come in and I go, "Hey, how about Xenoverse 2?" And
And
the
everyone's like,
chat
what?
goes dead. Crickets chat. I'm telling you it's deafening silence. So much disrespect. Xenoverse starts off I think it starts off slow. I think once it starts to pick up, like once you're in like the level 20 in your character, I think you start to see the benefits of it, especially when you can fly around Kanto City and you realize how big it is. The graphics are honestly pretty solid, especially when you're running it off a next gen console. Uh, I think the combat's fun, and when you have a challenging character up against you, like you'll die a few times before you beat that boss. I think it's a very satisfying game. I think that obviously when Sparking Zero, obviously another IP we're going to talk about today, comes out, it's probably going to replace that. And I think Xenoverse 2, interestingly enough, still has multiplayer lobbies. It still has good amount of support. We're looking at DLC Pack 17 coming out shortly. More on that on another episode. But, it's definitely done very, very well since its release in 2016.
I think the thing about Xenoverse is I view it as like an MMO in the sense of like, it could be out for years. People will come back to it. People will
True.
leave and then they'll come back and leave. Yeah, like to me, Xenoverse is almost like an MMO in a sense, to be honest. I don't know. I played a lot of Xenoverse like the first one, but after that, I just couldn't hook myself into the second one for some reason.
I have a not necessarily a prediction, but a thought on the gaming
What is that?
space of Dragon Ball. So the rumors around DLC 17 have been that there's going to be a next gen graphics update. This has been rumored by multiple people, and one of which is Flow Plays. So credit to him.
Mhm.
The There's going to be a next gen like graphics update, and I'm wondering like why do that when Sparking Zero's like knocking at your door? It's just in fall. And
Yeah.
I think it's kind of weird, but I think that I was previously thinking, why isn't Xenoverse 2 on Game Pass? And maybe when Sparking Zero comes out, they're going to put it on Game Pass because then you're exposing to a
Mm,
massive player base. Maybe they even put it on PlayStation Now. Like who knows? Maybe they don't have to be exclusive about it. But
yeah.
I think everything's gonna time out so well with like Daima coming out and everyone being excited about the IP. Maybe they can't afford the game, but maybe they have Game Pass already, so they can still get hyped and be there for. They have all the transformations. It's caught up to date as far as like canon and uncanon shit goes. So there's a
Yeah.
lot there to unpack and have fun with. So maybe that's their way of like getting everyone in for Daima and Super right after.
Yeah. That's true. I think I know we'll talk a little bit about it. I mean, I don't know much about Kakarot and the DLC, but like I don't know. I just feel like Xenoverse, you can have like a couple years of it, and I kind of just shoo away. Like even the first Xenoverse, I played it for what say about a year and a half, 2 years, and then I kind of got tired of it. But those that year and a half was like great. Like it was a very fun game to play. But yeah, the problem is I go into Xenoverse like it's an MMO. So like I'll go for like full grind mode for like the first little bit, and
What's wrong with
then
that?
no. No, it's just I get burnt out real quick, and then I'll stop, and then I'll come back like 4 or 5 months later. I'll play again, and then there's always like that point where like you'll come back, and then you will not come back after that. Like so, you'll come back for like 2, 3 more weeks, and then after that, you never touch that game ever again. And that was Xenoverse 1 after like a year and a half.
Okay, that's fair. Do you remember what your level was? I'm curious to know because now that
No,
I'm in it.
I,
Okay.
I I don't.
I'm not very high of a level right now. I'm only at I think like 26 max. Like I'm definitely not far, anything past that, but it's been fun and it's been challenging. One thing I really like about it, last thing I'm gonna say, is how you can like clear your mission, but then sometimes they'll randomly throw in like an extra challenge at the end. So you're not
Yeah,
like it's usually like way too hard for you to do, especially when you're
yeah.
younger, or younger when you're a lower level. And so uh, if you do it, then like it's super satisfying. You get all this extra rewards, but you don't like have to complete that in order to like if you die there it's fine, so it's extra shit. So
Yeah.
they really like find really rewarding systems within the game to like make
Mhm.
you get those
You know,
dopamine hits.
speaking of challenging things to do, Mike, you know how hard it is to like play with someone, maybe in like Texas, and you're just chilling in Toronto, and you're trying to get into a lobby and play with a friend, right? But you just constantly keep lagging and frames keep dropping, and you don't have rollback netcode. Well, for Dragon Ball Fighter Z, that's what we get in Battle Hour. Everyone's excited for, the rollback netcode. Let's go. Come on, it's finally time. They've been, pushing this out. They had a beta for it. It was looking strong. Just for them to say, hold on, guys, like we don't have a release date yet for it, but just be patient with us. Just be patient. Even though they've been talking about this for over a year, and fighters, people gotta understand something. People play Fighter Z because it's actually a good game, not because it's only Dragon Ball. There are a lot of Fighter Z players who don't even know what Dragon Ball, like they know what Dragon Ball is. They don't know the characters are playing with context on like what they are, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They just like the game because the game itself is beautiful, by the way, visually. I mean, I believe it won like animation of the year for fighting game, like the year it came out, which is what I think 2018, 2019. And the fact that, and I'm saying this because if a title comes out like that again, or like in during this time period where rollback netcode isn't implemented, people are just gonna jump ship. Like there gets to a point where enough is enough, and if you're not putting in the effort to get this out for your community, even though you've been saying for over a year now, it's coming, it's coming. You gave out a beta months ago, a little beta that everyone was saying they were praising, and then Battle Hour, people are expecting a release date. See, here's the thing that from my understanding, that Dragon Ball Fighters players are upset at. They're not upset that it's not out right now, like today. They're upset that they didn't even get a release date.
Yeah.
All they got was, oh, it's coming soon. Just be patient. And to be honest, it gets to a point where it's not good enough. It isn't. It's just not good enough.
It's
And
just old, man. Like that's
yeah,
nuts. I don't understand how Xenoverse came out in 2016. It's getting its 17th DLC and
yeah.
and somehow Fighter Z, which I believe came out early
Is
in
this 2018?
2018.
Hmm.
Yeah. So released afterwards, but it's getting like the cold shoulder from the devs. Like so
Yeah.
weird.
So like Fighter Z actually had a very hot like 2.5, 3 years. They were pushing out characters, left, right, and center. I mean, I know when Android 21 came out, and I know this because I'm a Tekken player. So like the thing about like the fighting game scene is like even if you don't play the game, you kind of know what's going on because like the fighting game, it's kind of ironic because like the fighting game scene feels very small and connected, but it's actually one of the biggest scenes, including FPS and stuff, just because like you have a bit of everything. So you have like Smash, you have like the biggest ones is Smash, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. Those are the three, and then
Right.
you have like Tekken as well as like the strong fourth. So it's ironic because it's like everyone kind of knows what's happening in every other fighting game, but it's actually like because it feels like a small community, but in actual sense, it's actually a really big community. And I say this because the you kind of know what's happening. Like even as a Tekken player, I'm like, oh yeah, Fighters Z still not getting this, Fighters Z still not getting that. You know, the Smash player knows what's happening in Tekken because like for example, a lot of fighting game players they play like 2 or 3 fighting games a lot of the time. Like I dabbled in Tekken, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, Fighter Z, like you know, and
Don't know
Tekken's the one
Guilty.
that stuck.
The gear
Guilty Gear is
one?
pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Guilty Gear. Yeah. So, I mean, I mostly like Tekken personally. It's my favorite. I never got into Fighter Z just because, not because I couldn't, but for some reason on PC it wasn't being handled well, and I spent like full price on it when it came out, and I feel like I would have played it more if I had on console or if I just had a controller and it started just playing with it at that point. But
So
yeah,
you
like
had it
Fighter
on
Z right now is
previous
rough.
gen.
What? Fighter Z?
Yeah.
No, I have it on PC. I have it on Steam. I still have it
Oh,
on
so you
Steam.
still have the game? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I remember you and me tried it out. Like you and me played it
Yeah.
once together, and we were like, "Oh, that was fun," and we never went back to it again.
You have it on Xbox, right?
I must have it somewhere. I just hope it wasn't like on Game Pass, and then now it's not. Like that would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it for Fighter Z, man.
So we got to say hi to Gerald in the chat, the master illustrator, the Picasso really of the Discord channel.
Yeah.
He's saying hi, Josh. There you go. He also says, I heard a lot of people wouldn't mind if they just let the rollback beta. Sorry, I told Josh there's a stupid graphic here that blocks off the chat. Josh, if you see it, maybe
I do it in full screen on my second monitor. Yeah. So Gerald says, I heard a lot of people wouldn't mind if they just let the rollback netcode beta till they were done working on it. I agree. Like leaving that beta up until like the full product was done, because it was working wonders. I mean, a lot of people liked it. I know some of the bigger streamers like Maximilian. He used to play Fighter Z a lot. I mean, he's mostly a Street Fighter player, but he plays a bit of everything. And he went back to Fighter Z and he's like, dude, this feels great. Like, and I usually go to him personally just because it's literally what he does. It's his job. Like he studies the game and everything. He puts in hours and hours. I'm trusting the guy that's putting in dozens of hours in like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Then me just going in there and playing like 2 or 3. So, yeah, he was even saying like it felt really, really good, and I think he actually said as well. Don't quote me on this, but I believe he did say this is one of the best like rollback netcodes he's ever seen. So the fact that it seemed like it was doing really well, and then they just didn't leave it up until the actual release. It's kind of weird to me, to be honest. I don't know. It seems like they're trying to blue ball their fans. I don't get it, but
wouldn't be the first time we've seen that from Dragon Ball IP.
Yep. I mean, we're still waiting on Super 2, right?
Yeah. Hey, Gohan versus.
But speaking of Super,
yes. So speaking about Super, we're not getting Super. We're getting. I want to build up to Daima. I think Daima should be the last thing we talk about.
I agree. Actually, I agree. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Apologies.
Respect.
Let's go.
We just talked about Fighter Z a little bit. That's great. Funny enough, I totally forgot about Fighter Z because clearly there wasn't really anything to talk about. Josh came in clutch there, but do you want to talk about, or you were talking for a little bit? Let me go over a Dragon Ball game that did get some DLC, that did get an announcement and a date, a rough date, but it's soon. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So it's getting DLC, and we don't get too much, but basically it's plain and clear. It's the end of Dragon Ball Z. It's the mini Oob arc. I don't know, like stretch.
Is that what that is? Is that what the DLC is?
That's what it is, and I have the name
cool.
here.
That's cool though.
Yeah, no, it is cool for sure, and I gotta say, it does look like pretty decent. The graphics are great on it. I think Sparking Zeroes, one we're going to talk about shortly, that I think is going to, in a lot of ways, not just in the character modeling, but also in the environment, be an interesting one to talk about. But as far as Kakarot, it's a good looking game. If you're someone who has access to the means, and you're like, I'm looking for a good game to do it, and I tried out this game, I tried out this one, like, you know what, Kakarot's not a bad thing to check out. And now we're getting this Goku's next journey. Sorry,
do you think people who have never watched Dragon Ball, because you know how a lot of people they go straight to Z, right, when they watch Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Do you think they could actually understand the whole story if they played Kakarot?
No. Yeah, it'd be fine because they give you a lot of cutscenes with backstory, so you'd probably be fine. I didn't beat the game at all. I just played a little bit of it. I think you'll get a lot of that backstory. What I was just thinking about though, Josh, like, how incredible would it be if we got a Dragon Ball game?
So like we have like King Piccolo and like, you know,
The
fucking
adventures
Jackie
of
Chan,
yeah, bro.
Mercenary Tao, Tamarine. Yo, that'd be sick.
B Roshi firing the Kamehameha into the castle, or like have when Goku goes to the Red Ribbon Army and he's like going up the tiers on the building and trying to get to that final, like, bro, there's so like you said, Tao, a third person of that, bro, that would be nuts.
Actually, we were just talking about this in a Discord the other day, and take this in, one of the biggest flexes ever is Mercenary Tao flying on the fucking what's it called again?
The log.
The log thing, bro. That's one of the biggest flexes. He just jumps on top of it and just starts chilling. Jackie Chun, yeah, that's Roshi's name. You'll have to figure it out when you watch Dragon Ball.
Did we read out Gerald's comment?
No, he says, I have Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch and PC, but my PC is can't handle big games. Yeah, I feel that. My PC can't handle really big games either. Unless it's like, see, the cool thing about PCs nowadays, or games nowadays, is a lot of them are focused on one thing. So like back in the day, you know, you had to, not back in the day, I mean like even just like 6-7 years ago. Yeah. Usually you have to have a really good balance on like a CPU and GPU for like to play a game. But now, like, if there's a CPU intensive game and you have a really good CPU and like your GPU is holding its own for sure, but it's not like a Ryzen 9. You're kind of just like or like you have a Ryzen 9 CPU, but like your GPU is kind of like whatever. You can play a lot of good games now because a lot of games are more focused on CPU more than GPU nowadays. All you need is a competent GPU.
Yeah. You might have to run it at lower settings, but who gives a crap?
Yeah.
If it allows you, like, I was able
to play games on low anyway.
Yeah, right. I don't have a crazy setup. I need to consult with the guy that built it. No, I'm joking. But
I was like, you mean Jackie Chan?
Yeah, I know, right? That was hilarious. I saw that in the chat as well. But I was able to run Starfield on here, no surprise. One time at medium and then never again. It was basically an absolute low. But that's a big game, and I was like, cool, you know?
I heard there's a lot of bugs in that game.
You know, it's a Bethesda game. And so if you play Fallout and you almost like the little charm of something going wacky every once in a while, then you
fuck it. It's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So I just want to say what I have left about Kakarot, and then I will move on.
Sure.
So yeah. So the DLC is called Goku's Next Journey. Like we were saying, it's that little final stretch of Dragon Ball Z where we get Oob and Goku in the martial arts tournament. It even shows during the trailer like these little cutscenes from the show where it's like Vegeta and Bulma visiting Goku while he's training with I think Goten, and the stance and everything. Vegeta's looking boss as hell with the jacket. He's always looking fresh in his social stuff. But anyways, it looks really cool.
Yeah, go on.
No, I mean, all I said was it looks really cool, so I don't have what do I have to say? You know what I mean? You were saying something. Okay, so last thing I'm gonna say. We got a date, sort of, February 2024. I didn't see an actual like date, but that's now. Like that's about to happen, right? That's let me see here. That's 2 days away. So it could be in 2 days. It could be in
So what, like
33
February
days.
2nd, you said?
No, it just says February 2024.
Oh, I
So
see.
they
So
gave us a
yeah,
month. So
I
maybe
get
they're just
you.
doing some final tweaks or something, and they don't want to put a specific date. But the this is going to be part and to conclude their season pass 2. So if you are looking into the game, if you are someone who does play the game, you'll already know. But the first story that you get is the Bardock one. Then you get the tournament, 23rd martial arts tournament. And
Hmm.
now this is the third and final part of season 2. This is that again, the arc stretch, whatever.
Yeah.
That's all I have on Kakarot DLC.
Yeah, I don't have really much at all. The goat Josh, welcome
Yo,
citizens.
citizens, he knows who you are, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He knows who I
Do
am.
you owe people money?
Do I hope not.
Well, you should know.
Gerald says my favorite fight in Dragon Ball is Goku versus that mercenary Tao guy. In the manga for some reason, I find it better that better. Toriyama really has something I can't describe. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, not to get too much into it. I mean, we'll talk about it eventually one day. That's something me and Mike really want to talk about. Is like the differences with Toyotaro and Toriyama, but not getting into a debate on who's better because like we know who is better, but that's not the point of having Toyotaro in right now. It's more just talking about how good Toriyama was back in the day and kind of like the
Yeah, I think we're live again now. Sorry, everybody. Uh, yeah, we lost a couple of viewers as well. No, not yet. Here we are, guys. For anyone that is in the chat, I apologize for that. Internet has been a little spotty today. It was pretty good, so I thought we'd be okay to do it. It looks like they're right now we've had some issues. So currently my data is being used to do it. So looking forward to the bill. Looking forward to the bill. No, we might be fine, but we should move on to the next thing. This will of course go out as a VOD as well, so look forward to
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
And
have
I'll
some
be
catching
also
up to
like
do.
for the major topics, we'll cut it up and put it as like its own videos. So
Yes.
if you guys cannot stay obviously like for the full like hour and a half, we'll have like 20-minute videos or
Yeah.
even a bit less sometimes
Yeah.
of like specific topics.
I
At least
think
two
I
for
think
me.
honestly, I think this is a special one where it might make sense for us to even release them all as individual ones, because then they can all get targeted. Someone looking for the news on the Kakarot DLC.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think we should head into well, we were talking about
We were talking about
we were
Kakarot DLC,
Kakarot.
but that was it. Now what we
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to talk about, I think we swing over to you now and you talk about either Dokkan or Fusion World. What do you want to talk about?
Let's just talk about Fusion World, to be honest. Not,
Okay.
I mean, I don't even know really that much about what happened to Dokkan. I know they did get their, anniversary summons and stuff. I haven't really summoned on it. I lost all my stones, so I was like, kind of like, fuck it.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, for Fusion World, basically, the people who went to Battle Hour, they kind of got like these, I believe they were able to get a pack or something of like energy markers. So did you end up playing the beta at all? I don't think you did, right? So for Fusion World, how the card game works is if you go second, you get like this energy marker, and it's like your energy. It's a resource so that you use to play cards. So when you go second, you actually have an extra one. So you have the energy marker, and then you have to use a card from your hand as energy every single turn. You have to charge one of your cards. So Fusion World is actually very skill intensive because it's basically like 80% resources. Oh, not 80%. It's about like 60% resources, 30% skill. something power of will, Um, uh,
100% reason to remember the name Mike. He doesn't mean his name up in
yeah.
lights. He just wants to be heard with. Okay, anyways.
Oh man, I remember you used to say that shit all the
Oh,
time,
so
dude. Holy
good.
fuck.
How many Maple
Uh,
Story videos have we
yeah.
seen?
Maple Story had so many of those. Um,
Yes. Sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. So yeah, so going second has that advantage. And you don't have to use that energy marker the turn you have it. So if I go second, I don't need to play a two cost card, like a two energy card right away. You can hold on to that and use it for something a lot later on. And what's cool about it is there's like these arts on these energy markers. So instead of getting the default, you can have like Goku with an alternate art and it's like glossy shit. And it's cool because like some people are gonna buy it because even if it's like $5-10, because you only need one of them. And you
Okay.
sometimes you won't even use it in every game because if you get picked first or if you go first, because the thing is if you win the roll die the dice roll, you're gonna want to go second to get that extra resource most likely, right? I mean, depending on like the mechanic of your deck, maybe you want to put a body on the board quickly,
Hmm.
so you want to go first. But overall, most decks are going to want to go second. They want to get that extra resource. Blah blah blah. That's basically what it was in Battle Hour. They just showcased a lot of the alternate arts on the cards. Some people are, I believe, were able to buy some cards there.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. Just the starter deck stuff. But yeah, mostly the energy marker stuff, which is really cool. Really cool. And I'm sure they were able to probably get some knowledge later on, like some things they were talking about.
So getting to, I mean, obviously you talked about it a little bit there, but you were someone who got in for the beta and got to play it a little bit. Um, I mean, overall, how was your experience? I know you told me that you liked some of the animations. You thought that was really cool. Any other
Yeah.
thoughts that you've had on your experience with the beta?
Basically everyone's playing Broly. And I think it's because I mean Broly's really good, but the biggest reason is you don't get much resources in the beta, so you weren't able to make a lot of the other leaders really like in efficiently. So, you had Goku Black, you had I'm talking about the ones that weren't in the starter deck. So you had Goku Block, you had Beerus, you had Universe 7 Goku, because there's two Gokus. Of course, they have two Gokus
Of
already. Duh.
course.
Um, you have Cooler, you have a bunch of other decks, but the thing is, you mostly saw Vegeta and Broly. Those are the two major ones that you saw. I did see a bit of Beerus, which is interesting.
What is
Um,
Beerus's deck like?
it's basically like so he has a card. It's like a 5 or 6 cost where he puts it down and he KOs everything that's like 2,000 power or less, like on the board. Which is pretty cool. But you got to understand something. When you play a card, there's no summoning sickness. So what that means is you can attack straight the turn you played the card. So if he KO'd something, but they all did their job, it's whatever, right? It's still good, but it's nothing like it's not as crazy as One Piece where there's summoning sickness. But yeah, that's kind of it. There's not much else for Fusion World. Fusion World's gonna have a lot more stuff coming up soon. And I do probably want to maybe do like an unboxing on the channel or something like that. That'd be nice.
That would be pretty fire. Um,
Yeah.
so that's good. You had a good experience with the game. You're noticing that trend of Broly, and it seems like Vegeta. I don't know if that's legit or if Josh is just being the preacher and just tossing that in. But
No, it was, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Vegeta, Broly, and Frieza are really good as starter decks. Like they're
Okay.
actually really, and this is what's cool about starter decks in a new game. It's that you can pick up two of them. You can maybe add like 2 or 3 cards. Well, I mean like at least 2 or 3 of each of those cards, but still, it's not much at all. And you can like really have a competitive deck going in. Whereas like later on in like set 3, 4, 5, 6, usually it's gonna be the cards that are in the booster boxes itself that are and the leaders are usually really good. Um, the thing I would recommend players if you plan on playing Fusion World is instantly get if you plan on like actually getting some money back from it long term is get Universe 7 Goku leader alt art because that leader is always going to be good of some sort because what it literally says is all my characters on the field that are Universe 7 gain plus 5,000 power. All of them. So it's always going to be really good. It's
Yeah,
like Zoro in One Piece.
I can see that
That
for
deck is
sure.
always going to be viable in some sort.
Yeah,
Um,
the One
yeah,
Piece
it's
one
good.
is one I've heard good things about, and I have told Josh. I don't know if anyone here was on the manga lookout. I am gonna start watching One Piece. We did mention that maybe, look, the manga lookout. It's not a specific Dragon Ball. thing. We just happen to be up there. So, in general, there could be more anime content coming to the channel, but we're not talking about other anime right now. You can just kind of sit on that. I think what we need to talk about now is the other console game, and I think this is going to be the last console game, well, console PC game that is on the docket for today, but that is a big one. It is Sparking Zero.
Game of the year. Let's go.
Game of the yo.
Let's go. Let's go. I need it.
I need it to be at least nominated for one thing at the Game Awards next year.
Please.
Oh, that would be incredible. But Josh, before I go into it, obviously I have some notes here. I want to know just like if you have any top level stuff that you wanted to say about it before we dive in deep.
I thought the Rivals trailer was actually pretty cool. I know a lot of people want to see more characters in action, but I think the way they portrayed that trailer was sick. Like it showed all the evolution between Goku and Vegeta as rivals, and it's pretty cool because they obviously only went anime and movie with it. They didn't go manga with it, obviously, because there's a lot of people who haven't read it. Fair enough. But yeah, I really did like it, and I do like that you can still become like an Uzaru or Great Ape.
Yes.
That's really cool too. 18 is in the game, so that's all I care about. Yo, honestly, man, I'm with you on that. As long as those yitties be jiggling, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just playing. No, but 18's in the game, yeah. But there's, what I noticed? There's already like 3 different Gokus, I think, in the character select.
So actually, let me jump off of that. So with the with the trailer that we got, we were introduced to 24 more playable characters. Is how it's been worded in all the in everything. It's not really characters. It's just accumulatively 24 different forms between Goku and Vegeta. It didn't show any other flippin' characters.
Oh man.
So I thought that was really funny. Judging by all of the empty panels that kind of have shown up around the characters that we have seen, obviously at the end of the trailer it shows us an image with all of the characters again that we've seen in the previous trailer. And there are a lot of empty panels, and it looks like there's going to be over 150 playable characters in this game.
There's going to be more, yeah.
Yeah,
a lot more. But Budokai games have always had so many. It's also a weakness part of the game in a sense of like the uniqueness of different characters. Because let's be real, Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, like most of the time has like kind of the same moves. Like, you know what I mean? Like they could have squeezed like, yo, you're playing Super Saiyan Goku, but you can go like Super Saiyan 2 in the game. Like you don't have to have them separate. Let's be real.
Yeah, for sure.
But, hey man, you know what I saw in that trailer that I was hyped about?
What's that?
What do you think? Vegeta
God?
is a playable character, bro. Let's fucking go.
Okay, so for the VOD, I'm going to insert right now when that moment that we're talking about. Okay, we're back. So I'm not doing it now, guys. Sorry.
Oh man,
that is hilarious. Thank you for reminding me, because that's one of the funniest shit that you've ever done.
That's not the thing that I actually meant though. The best part of the trailer was Vegeta going Super Saiyan God.
Oh yeah, Super Saiyan God was incredible.
Yes.
But you said Vegeta as a playable character. Okay.
Yeah, Vegeta being playable is great.
Yeah,
for the game,
sure.
right?
We weren't sure, but yes, Super Saiyan God. I actually had that as a thing written down. Like, I loved that whole God Goku Vegeta face off. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it before, and it looked really, really cool just watching them face off. The graphics looked like as good as you needed to for this kind of game. But I think the really incredible thing about the game, like that really gives it a couple of things that I noticed that I think really give it that next gen, that next step up. Dynamic range is something that photographers and everyone like a lot of people now are growingly talking about, and basically it's like the different stops of light that you can capture. And it's maybe a weird way to use it, but like I feel like in past games I know with Xenoverse, it's just been a lot of like cool, like there's a little bit of purple on the outline, but then it's just this over white, just like not much dynamic range to the blasts, and I think the auras looked incredible. The key blasts looked really, really good. But the biggest thing is the destructible environments. They look incredible. And I'm really excited to fly around and whoop Vegeta's ape ass again, because that was one of my favorite parts early on of Xenoverse 2.
I love how he says again.
Yo, Xenoverse 2, I whooped him with
Oh,
Kaiser,
okay,
bro.
because I thought you were implying that Goku beat him, because Goku has never beaten Vegeta. So Vegeta is now 3-0. I'll have you know, Saiyan Saga, Boo Saga, after Superhero. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. We 3-0 in this bitch.
Okay,
we 3-0.
So hold on. I need to let you know that you can say that and you have an argument for it. You have to understand that Goku tells Krillin not to kill him. You have to understand that Vegeta takes a cheap shot at Goku, and Goku, it was like there was nothing to suggest that Vegeta had the upper hand on Goku. There was an even battle. Goku had an upper hand, then Vegeta had an upper hand. It was back and forth.
Vegeta Super Saiyan 2 is stronger, but Goku is stronger overall.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
He had Super Saiyan 3, so he hit it from him. But regardless, by the way, hold on. Before we just go back to this, I need to just put this in there.
So Goku would have beat him. Because he would have gone Super Saiyan 3. He would have gone Super Saiyan 3. If Vegeta didn't do a cheap shot, if he didn't pull out Brad Marchand.
Hold on. You just said right now, oh, you know, Goku told Krillin, oh, don't kill him. Why couldn't Goku kill him? Mike, tell me why Goku couldn't. By the way, how many people was Vegeta versing in Saiyan Saga? It wasn't just Goku, was it? Oh yeah, because Goku don't get his ones. Okay. That's what it is.
Hold on.
That's what it is. Vegeta still beats him in base form.
Who cut off
Superhero?
Okay, so Goku
after Ultra Ego and TUI.
Okay, so hold on. Let's. You want to go there, buddy? Okay, this is content.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Goku would have won that fight if Vegeta didn't rely on ape form.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means that Goku clearly had the upper hand, especially when he introduced Kaioken, and Vegeta was in a desperate move. Went into ape form, and guess what happened? Oh, Yajirobe!
Bro, there's no way you're telling a Saiyan, oh, sorry, bro, you cannot use what your race can do to, like, win a fight, bro.
What I'm saying, though, is Goku didn't have the option to do it. If Vegeta just stayed at base form and they were just fighting at base, Goku was going to beat him. He did it out of desperation.
Vegeta was stronger than Goku in base.
Then why did he transform?
He needed Kaioken is what pushed him over the edge.
So
tell me,
does it matter?
Is Great Ape Kaioken? That's not a thing, bro. He would blow himself up because it's a multiplier of your form.
Okay,
Uzaru is times 10, right? Times 10 of his multiplier. So let's just say Goku is 10,000, right? Power level. He's not. He's a lot more than that. 10,000 power level. He's at 100,000 now at grade 8. He uses Kaioken times 3. He's at 300,000. He's blowing up to shreds. He's blowing up. He almost blew up without that. So, by the way, he loses in grade 8 form because Vegeta's base form is already stronger than Goku's. If he uses Kaioken, he needs to beat Vegeta in less than a millisecond or he's screwed. He is screwed. He's literally gonna go, like, it's gonna be like a Marvel like comic. It's like gonna blow up and you see his guts all over them. Like, that's literally what's happening. I'm not even joking. Yeah.
Okay, but have you considered this? You know how... Okay, I'm really gonna sting you. This is gonna hurt, but I'm just gonna go there. Are you sitting? Are you sitting? You're planted?
Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh my god. Yo, you're comedic, man.
I had a good point. I literally had something that was gonna get so deep, cut so deep. Oh man, but you know what?
Vegeta's him, bro. Vegeta's him.
I I will give you this, because we do need to move on. I will give you this. It is fair, in that Goku had Kaioken. That was his multiplier. Vegeta's allowed to have his. So for now, only because I forgot the point. Otherwise, I would have won this argument. Okay, so let me see here.
You would have lost, chat. Clip it and ship it, bro. Clip it and ship.
Okay. So just the last couple things I have here on Sparking Zero. So expand. Yeah, so it looks great. Battle of Gods, or the Gods fight, looked incredible.
Oh, I was like, Battle of Gods. I mean, kind of. Yeah.
So I guess, right? You can recreate it for sure in the game. Yeah, honestly, I think we talked about everything. Just like the destructible environments look incredible. That's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to add a lot to the game. The rivals fight that we saw was really, really cool. Seeing a bunch of the transformations, and like Josh mentioned, I'm sure part of that 150 playable characters is going to be some other stuff. We're probably even going to see some GT stuff. I've been seeing.
Please,
Yeah.
some GT, bro.
Yeah.
Give me GT.
Yeah, Gerald in the
Super
chat.
Saiyan 4.
Yeah, he's saying if they had GT Goku, that's 4 other Gokus. That's very true. That's very true. I'm sure we will get 4 more Gokus.
All I care about in GT is I want Baby. I want Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Mustache Vegeta.
Oh, we're gonna get it for sure.
Please give me Mustache Vegeta. Yo, give me Android Saga Vegeta in the Badman shirt. Oh, bro, please. Just do it.
Someone got DLC for Vegeta and Bulla from GT.
Oh, Legends.
Legends. Okay.
Yeah.
There's that news.
There's your news.
There's that. Yeah.
We've got news.
So now I want to bring up one of my favorite playable characters in a Dragon Ball video game, and this isn't working. Maybe it will work. It's working, everybody. Don't worry. It's all gonna be okay. Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
All right, just plug in the ad real quick.
No, right here. My PlayStation 1 got a lot of hours, and one of the games I got a lot of the hours was it actually, I don't remember what the name, but it was a Dragon Ball GT game, and my favorite thing to do in that game was to be obviously GT Goku going Super Saiyan 3. I loved it. It was so satisfying, and like,
yeah,
it was great. I really just want to put GT Goku up here.
That'd be sick. Honestly, I would play GT Goku any day.
Let's play some spec on that.
I think my favorite Goku though is Super Saiyan 2. Like attitude.
Yeah. Attitude, yeah, that's fair. I think 3 is interesting too. We just don't really get a lot of it, but 2.
Yeah.
I actually got a TikTok. I'm gonna drop that in the description. I gotta remember. It is this person. I forgot what her handle is, but again, you'll find it down there. She basically has this hot take, but it's not too hot when you listen to when you hear her out, and it's like Super Saiyan 2 has been the best of all 3 by far. Like, it's gotten it's gotten better moments. Like, Super Saiyan 3's, it's just an energy drainer. Like, and it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Just quickly on this, Super Saiyan 2 is phenomenal, 100%. But better moments? I don't think there's a better moment in Dragon Ball Z than Goku turning Super Saiyan. At all. I don't think there's any better moment than that.
I mean,
in Dragon Ball Z.
Just because we're all close friends here,
I'm a Vegeta guy.
Saying, I thought Super Saiyan Goku was cool. I thought it was cool. But I mean, look, the way they illustrate Super Saiyan later, I thought was cooler than the way they. I don't want to go down that route. I
better
thought
watch.
I
What
better
you
watch
say.
what I was saying. They're just
Oh man.
no, it looked cool. It was a very cool moment for sure. The build up from Vegeta into that form, him giving it all the context for Goku to get all the glory. And
This is the biggest hot take I've ever heard you say, by the way. Like ever.
it was no, I'm just saying, like, I thought it was cool, but we had seen Kaioken. So, I mean, there was lore behind that, and there was lore behind this, but, like, we didn't hear about, at the time, at the moment, like, I was like, this is cool, but, like, I've seen him do something before, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't even hear about Super Saiyan until before this fucking saga. So, like, that's what I mean. In the moment, at the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's okay. That's fine. But you were talking about how this girl or this woman said, "Oh, like Super Saiyan had better moments," and I'm just telling you that Super Saiyan, the transformation of Super Saiyan, is the biggest Dragon Ball Z moment. I can't think of
that's
another.
the biggest moment?
That's the biggest moment in Dragon Ball Z. Biggest moment.
Okay, I would definitely argue. Oh, you're gonna love this.
Oh, here we go.
I have to say, and I think I got to be that person. I got to be the real one. Listen, everybody, Ultra Instinct is set a new standard. It's the new benchmark. Ultra Instinct.
No, but I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I'm talking about in general. You're talking about in Z.
Okay.
Wait, so for Z, you're saying what? You're saying that's
Dragon Ball Z. Him transforming Super Saiyan is the biggest moment in Dragon Ball Z.
No way.
What? What is
Gohan Super Saiyan 2?
No, it's not.
Yes.
Super Saiyan Goku. Super Saiyan Goku is the biggest moment.
Super Saiyan Gohan even looks cooler. Okay, you know what? I was gonna try. I was trending this line.
Oh,
I'm not gonna do
God.
it. Super Saiyan Gohan, especially Time Chamber, looks way cooler than Goku Super Saiyan 1 first moment.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here, bro.
Stick with
I'm
me,
outta
folks.
here,
Stick
bro.
with me.
I'm out of here, bro.
Super Saiyan 2 isn't even close. Toby, hear me out, man.
I'm outta here, bro.
I speak with my heart, not with my mind. If I was speaking with my mind, I wouldn't have said the majority of the shit I've said in the last, really since we started the show.
Everybody knows Goku isn't even like top 3 characters for me. But when Goku has his moments, I say it right then and there.
Toby in the chat says, "No way, this is the first take I hear when I join the stream. Crazy work."
This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Toby's like, "I'm never gonna go on your show now. Never." After hearing that dumb take. Yeah, I gotta say.
No, he needs to join. Because we have an announcement Thursday.
The fuck? I don't even know.
I know.
Oh. Okay. Well,
it's just to surprise you, but basically we want to do some events, and we need people.
Okay. So you're gonna tell me after the show, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Okay. Like, I'm all in for surprises, but as long as there are streamers involved. So just want to go back to the chat. Okay. Look, here's the thing. I'm also now going on 30 years old. When I watched this, like, I was very young. I haven't watched, this is bad. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say it. I haven't rewatched, like, the Frieza saga since I was a kid. It's been that long. I've gone back and watched Cell Saga so many times, Josh.
See, here's the problem. Yo, I'm sorry, bro.
Especially from the point where Gohan checks in. Like, I don't even watch what you say is the greatest fighting sequence in Dragon Ball.
The greatest? Okay, yo, I'm telling you, we're gonna have a lot of shorts coming out of this shit because I'm telling you guys
usually
right now.
You with the shit.
Goku versus Cell is the best choreographed fight in Dragon Ball Z. It is. There's nothing beating it. I'm sorry. It's not Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 fucking Vegeta. It's not Android 17 Piccolo. That's probably second or third. Okay? It is not Super Saiyan 2 versus fucking Boo, because that's filler.
What about
Super
Super
Saiyan
Saiyan
3?
3 versus Goku?
No.
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 Rewind. What about Super Saiyan 3 versus Kid Buu? That was short-lived, but a fun moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. Actually, hot take. This is not even. This shouldn't be a
hot take. Michael, shut your face.
Nah. This is not even a hot take. Saiyan Saga is the second best saga in Dragon Ball Z after Namek Saga.
I feel like a Dragon Ball character right now.
It goes Namek.
What?
Okay, hold on. Before this gets made out of context,
Are we doing this
Cell
right now?
Saga? Cell Saga is my favorite saga. I'm putting that down. Cell Saga is my favorite saga. What I think is collectively the best sagas in order is Cell Saga, Saiyan Saga, Cell Saga, fucking Buu Saga. Buu Saga is utter fucking nonsense sometimes.
So you know it's
funny?
hype.
It's hype.
Yeah. So last
Yeah,
thing,
I know.
last
Buu Saga's like your second favorite.
No. I was gonna say, I'm not even gonna go that far, but because I need to go back and rewatch shit, but I haven't, only through the shitty experience of having to replay the Raditz mission every single time you start a new game. I haven't revisited the actual. No, that's not true. I've seen Raditz a couple times, but I haven't really seen the Saiyan Saga. Since I saw it as a kid, I haven't seen Namek with Frieza. Like, so I need to go back and rewatch shit, especially now that I appreciate Frieza more than I did when I was younger. I thought for some reason I just didn't resonate with him as a villain when I was younger. So now I'm an adult. And I think
Dude,
Frieza's
when you get older, you realize everyone's role in Namek. Like seeing Vegeta's not even a villain in Namek. He's like an anti-hero because he's literally killing off like Frieza's force. But he's doing it for his own, shit too.
Yeah.
But he has like an anti-hero kind of role, which is fucking great. And there's like a million good fights. But yeah, dude, Super Saiyan, whatever the fuck you just said earlier, I don't even know what you said. I don't want you to say it again because I'm gonna have to clip that shit later and put it as a short. 1, 2, I put that shit out. It's out of my head. Whatever you said something about Gohan and Super Saiyan better than Goku. It's out of my head. Bro.
So
it's gone.
It's okay. You're just pissed because Gohan can go Super Saiyan 3 and Vegeta can't, because that's really a joke. Just because hyperbolic time chamber Gohan.
Yeah.
Okay. So we really need to get it moving.
Do the last one though.
No, Dokkan. You're Dokkan.
There's not much to talk about Dokkan,
No?
guys. Just summon your stones. Actually, don't do that. Save up for in 5 months we're getting Gogeta, I believe. Gogeta. Okay. So save up for Gogeta.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't play Dokkan like actively like that, so I don't actually know what's really good units or not. To be honest, guys, if you just like the units, just buy them. Like I don't like the whole like, oh, he's really good. Just play with what you want to play and see if it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just use someone else at that point. Trial and error. It's kind of what Dokkan is for the most part.
Right.
You just need like 2 or 3 tanky characters and then shit like that. But yeah, let's get into the juice because I want to get into the juice. We were talking about anime. Let's talk about it. Do you want? I think you should go first.
Guys, if there's one thing, guys and girls, if there's one thing that I really wanted and I'm excited to see we're getting a ton of, it is Goku using the power pole. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Him using the power pole in this trailer. I just want to say that off the bat. Oh my goodness. I'm so satisfied. I am so hungry to even go back and watch Dragon Ball again, like the original, just because, man, that was such a fun tool that he got to use. That and the Nimbus Cloud, of course, not really. I think it's cool, and I like that it gets winks nowadays, but not really too relevant.
I love the Nimbus. It's one of my favorite things.
It's cool. I wish that like it would show up more, like even if people that couldn't fly that
I wish Pan inherited like using the Nimbus now, because like she wasn't good at flying. I think that would have been a good moment to like have Nimbus come back like Pan, because Nimbus Nimbus was around for Gohan too.
So just looking back on the chat now, Super Saiyan 1 and 4 best forms of all. Are you serious? You don't think the Super Saiyan 3 just like Josh, you have a better tap on the community, right? A closer ear. I'm curious to know. I grew up under the impression that Super Saiyan 3 was like badass. Did people
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like Super
like
Saiyan 3?
they do, but they don't. So actually, fun fact: when Ultra Ego got shown, people hated it. They hated how it looked. They didn't like it at all. There are actually people who petitioned for it to fucking be like retconned, like to make it a one-time thing
But
versus
it's so
Granola and
cool.
hit to change.
Yeah.
People did not like the eyebrow thing. Like, oh, the Super Saiyan 3, like it just looks terrible. I'm like, I love it personally. I like the
Yeah.
eyebrow thing. It looks menacing as hell, but it doesn't look menacing to the point where it's like, like it doesn't look too overly menacing. It looks good enough. Um, there's a good balance. Um, but Super Saiyan 3 people just don't like it because as much, just because a lot of people in Dragon Ball, I mean, we like Dragon Ball because a lot of the stuff in Dragon Ball is simplistic, and that's kind of what Super Saiyan 1 and 2 are. And that's kind of also why a lot of people like Ultra Instinct, and that's also why I like Ultra Instinct Omen more than I like Mastered Ultra Instinct, like we talked about earlier with the or on our manga lookout, which you guys should be checking out, by the way. We're now reading Dragon Ball Kakame. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I like Ultra Instinct Omen or Sign with the aura more than MUI. It's more simplistic, but it just feels a lot cleaner, and I
Yeah.
think that's how a lot of the community feels about a lot of things in Dragon Ball. If you make it simple, simple doesn't necessarily mean bad, to be honest. I mean, Dragon Ball can go in a simple route with their transformations, and maybe focus more on not necessarily only power scaling, but maybe more world building, because that's what Dragon Ball was really good at in the beginning of the IP. Which is kind of I hope what we get in the new arc in the chapter. But yeah, I think that's why people don't really like Super Saiyan 3 as much, just because they like the more simplistic roles. And then I know a lot of people do not like the eyebrows. I don't mind it personally. I think it's pretty cool. And then the people also don't like that 3 it wasn't shown much. So there's not much to scale off of, like, oh, he can do this unique move in this form. And uh the fourth thing is the amount of negative stuff it brings to the table as a new form. I think people were a little bit disappointed with how weak Super Saiyan 3 is, just because of its stamina drain. I said this actually, didn't I? I talked about this I think last week's
Yeah.
podcast.
Definitely
That
recently.
Super Saiyan 2 is, if you trained as Super Saiyan 2 level, your base value, and then transformed to Super Saiyan 2 and mastered it, it's better than Super Saiyan 3 because you're lasting longer in the fight. Super Saiyan 3 may have better potency. You might hit a bit harder for a little bit, but your stamina is being drained out the
I
out
think
the
I think it
ass.
has like if we didn't ascend to I'd love to have seen like an alternate reality where Super Saiyan, like we got to see Super Saiyan 3 a bit longer.
Yeah,
Because I think it would have been this interesting thing of if we need to end this quick, we're using Super Saiyan 3, but if we're in it for the long route, it's probably SSJ2, and we didn't really get I mean, against what I was saying earlier with the TikTok video, we didn't get that much Super Saiyan 2. It was pretty short lived before we were already introduced to another form, Super Saiyan 3. So, I don't know.
I think what they should have done with Super Saiyan 3 is make it like how the manga did Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue with Vegeta during the Zomsu arc. So when Vegeta's trying to gain speed, he charges in with Super Saiyan God because it's faster, and then Super Saiyan Blue is the overall better form and it hits harder. So it would have been cool if like somehow Goku trained in Super Saiyan 2 very well, but then tapped into Super Saiyan 3 right before the punch so that he hits harder and then goes back to Super Saiyan 2.
I mean, we
I
kind of
think
saw
that would
that
have
with
been really cool.
we saw that with Black Frieza
Yeah.
in the last arc, right? Because he just turns into black when he delivers the hit to Granola, and then he transforms back right away to whatever white form, final form, whatever. What is that form
Yeah.
technically referred to now?
Black Frieza.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
oh, it's just Frieza. It's just Frieza.
That's just
'Cause,
base Frieza. Like he's never going back
I,
down.
that's yeah. Well, technically, it's called Final Form Frieza,
That's what I'm
but
saying. Like final
I
form,
guess I guess we could just say base at this point.
base
I
at
mean,
this
at
point.
at this point, it's his new base. His final form is now his new base, right?
Right.
Because he can go golden now, so he can go golden and then black. So
That's true.
yeah.
Last, just a few more comments before we get back into the conversation. The power pole made it so much better. Yeah, dude, for sure. SS3 useless. hard to argue against, but I definitely agree with you that there was a cool transformation moment there for sure. I think anyone, regardless of whether or not you liked the Boo saga, Super Saiyan 3 was a badass moment, for
Yeah,
sure.
it was. It was.
Yeah. Josh,
Um,
I want
yeah,
you to tell me a little bit about what you thought about
Daima.
Daima, man.
Um, okay, let's start off with the negative stuff because I want to talk about the positive stuff more.
Okay, okay.
I only really have one negative thing to talk about, to be honest, and it's just that I wanted a bit more from the trailer, I think. Um, and I don't. It's not even about spoilers. I think there's a I don't even know what I was about to say. I think there's a conversation to be had, and it kind of sucks that not sucks, but I really do want to dedicate a full day, like a full episode to Daima, especially later on. But I think we only really got Goku in the trailer, from the Z Fighters, for the most part, right? If
Yeah.
I remember correctly, it's basically just Goku and like all these demons and this demon realm thing. Thoughts on how the demons look? They look pretty simple. They look very Toriyama-esque. I am not mad at it. I think it's pretty cool.
Yep.
Again, pretty simple. Some people were saying it reminds them of Dragon Quest. Not too familiar with Dragon Quest. To me, it just reminds me of like isekai genres. Like you know what isekai is? It's like Sword Art Online, all that stuff.
Yes,
It's
yes.
like they go into a video game. It just reminds me of an MMO like kind of creatures. Like they're like orcs and all this stuff. I don't mind it. I know it's a bit simple, but I mean that's kind of always been Toriyama's style with
Yeah.
how he. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. I mean I hope they're not the main villains though. I'm gonna be real because I know like
Yeah.
we could say like simple is what Toriyama's like perfected, but I mean he's also made characters like Frieza and Cell who look phenomenal in every form. I mean whether you don't like how second form Cell sounds, he still looks pretty cool in the terms of like how he was drawn and the first one to the second one. And I think Toriyama could, especially since this is his passion project for the 40 years, and this is probably his last thing he's doing. Um, I'm hoping we get some super, super cool like final villain. And I hope it's not only Goku. I'll be honest. I don't want it to be a fully Goku thing. Goku being the main character is completely fine, obviously. And we all know Toriyama really just likes Piccolo and Goku for the most part. So I would like to see at least some Piccolo action if we're not gonna get Vegeta or a Gohan and stuff. Gohan is someone I just want to briefly talk about too in a sec here,
Okay.
because we still haven't seen him in the first two trailers, which is very, very weird.
Yeah.
Um, but I would like to see more. I would have liked to see more Z fighters. The villains are fine. I don't think I usually in trailers, from my understanding, Mike, you know better since you know you did film and stuff. But from my understanding, trailers tend to show you a lot of the beginning of the film, right? Usually. Is that usually
Sometimes.
how it goes?
Yeah.
Because like I feel like what we're getting is the beginning side of Daima, maybe the first few episodes in these first two trailers, and then they're gonna surprise, they're gonna hit us with something maybe in like episode 4 or 5, like oh we not see this, like what the hell, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, for sure. That's definitely an approach that they could take. I think one thing as well is they're trying to tap into the Dragon Ball lovers' hearts. I think they
Yeah,
wanted to do something that felt nostalgic, and so that's probably like that's just my thought as to why we maybe saw a bit more of Goku, and it really did kind of feel like a Dragon Ball adventure. I think that's why myself, it sounds like you included, are very, very excited for the show. But yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I mean, they wouldn't have gone through the effort of showing us the illustrations, and obviously we've seen characters shrink down. So I'm sure we're going to see everybody, probably not a few characters, or maybe not a few characters, right? Like you said, that was a good point. Where the heck's Gohan? What's going on
yeah.
here? But yeah, so overall, your hype level is pretty high for this show.
Yeah, I'm at a. I'd be honest with you. I was more. I'm not gonna lie to you. I expected more from the trailer, but I'm still hyped for it to come out. Like when we do content on Daima week to week, I'm gonna be absolutely ecstatic. Like I can't wait to just talk about something new with Dragon Ball. I mean, we're already getting a new manga arc, which I'm so fucking like you don't understand how excited we've been all. I mean, you have Toby here, you have Gerald in here. Like for example, they also read the manga. like we've been waiting for so long. So getting Daima 2, yeah, I'm excited. I'm giving it so far. My excitement going into watching it is like a 10. Right now, I'm more at like a 7, just because I expected more from the trailer, blah, blah, blah. And we're not there yet. It's still so much longer. And I feel like now that we got the second trailer, we're not going to get much for another few months, which kind of I like that though, because I don't want too much, but it also sucks because, I want it now, right? Um, but yeah, like I'm ecstatic. I'd say a 10 when it comes like when I know it's gonna be here on October 22nd, the first episode, it's a 10 out of 10. Right now it's like a 7, 8. Me talking about it with you right now, I'm at a 9 because I want to talk about Daima,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But again, like the trailer didn't offer too much,
Yeah.
so there's not much else for us to talk about other than, what do we think? I think we
Yeah,
should
maybe
dedicate
some
a full episode to this.
light predictions. I think
Yeah.
one thing that I read online is that some of these villains look kind of like they're demons, and so maybe we see or at least a fan requested thing that we're seeing online is do my notes scrolled down, Deborah. It'd be cool to get a Deborah. Like he was an interesting character, and obviously there could be so much lore to him that we haven't explored. He is the Demon King, isn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah, yeah.
along those
No,
lines.
well, yeah, yeah. He was a demon.
No, but he was
Demon.
of the realm, demon realm, or something like that.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they could play with that character. I think that'd be really cool. That was one thing I saw there and I wanted to bring up because I think that would be a really good tie-in to some of the character designs we're seeing. I really, really did like the character designs. I know you were just talking about it. I said I think maybe it's possible they tried to tug on some heartstrings, and I say that because for me, my hype level's at a 12 out of 10 right now. To have the caliber of storytelling that we have right now, to be where we're at from a storytelling perspective, coming off of Super, going in, now we're in the mangas. I'm so excited to see where this stage of Toriyama brings us when we dive into more of that nostalgic space or world. Like what is that difference going to be? That feeling.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. It looks incredible. I think it does remind me. Some people were saying it was reminding them of Broly. I don't think so, but maybe
there's the Broly animators are working on it.
Are they okay? I wouldn't say they look like it's apples and apples. I'd say apples and pears, like in the shading aspect of it. But yeah,
I mean, being a versatile animator is also
100%. I know that like people have been craving. Like, I'm not saying myself like it looks great, but people are like they want that Broly animation, and I understand why. It looks great.
And we don't even know like what, because apparently, like I told you, there's apparently gonna be a fight at around episode 4 to 5. That's going to and this is coming from the people behind the scenes that said people who have doubted Daima will check it out once they see this fight. To me, that screams crazy animation, crazy choreo. They're not fucking around.
Yeah.
So, and apparently I've been hearing it's canon. I need it to be confirmed. Would I want it to be canon? I'm gonna be honest, not really, just because when does this happen? Like, we gotta stop squeezing shit in. I'd have no issue with this if this is like, yo, this is end of Z. This is before the new gen starts kicking in. I mean, Goku and Vegeta are still the strongest, and Gohan and Piccolo, but we're seeing that slow transition where Goten, Trunks, Pan, Bulla, all these people are starting to get a lot stronger at least. That's fine. I would still love Goku and Vegeta to be like the main people. But as long as other people have bigger roles, I'm cool with that. That'd be cool. That's 100% cool. But I don't think that's what's happening. And I would be a bit disappointed if it was canon, just because, like I said, when is this taking place? Like, what do we can't squeeze more in. We just can't. Like, it's already confusing enough that Super came out 25, 30 years after Z, and we're saying it's before Z. Like, it's after Boo, but it's not the end of Z. People are like, what? What are you talking about? This is after.
I think also like with, I mean, obviously it makes sense with the title of the game being Kakarot. But I was just gonna say that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I think it's interesting timing as well. I mean, obviously not too long ago, manga we got. Was it a year ago we had Moro?
The moral arc,
Yeah,
3.5,
3.5 years ago.
3.5, 4 years ago. Yeah,
Okay,
they
that's
finished
true.
Tournament of
That's
Power
true.
in 2019. So
Okay.
more arc started in 2019.
So that was like our first touch point beyond Uncanon GT with Oob. And then obviously I just read it, reread it.
Oh, but that's
recently,
the end of
so-
Moro. So we're looking at like 2020. So yeah, about 3 years.
Okay, yeah. So that was like a little touch point. Now we're getting it again in Kakarot the game. I think you're right, man. I think we are. Maybe we're entering into a space now where Daima ends and Goku goes off, and then they revisit, maybe reanimate the end of Dragon Ball Z, and then it takes us into Dragon Ball Super Season 2, and it's actually from this point forward in Oob's part of the gang. It could definitely be something like that as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. I think
yeah.
I think Daima's gonna be pretty good, to be honest with you. I mean, again, like we didn't get too much, but maybe they're also not trying to show too much either. I don't know.
Yeah, they gave us
I'll
fall
see
2024, but didn't we also hear October?
I heard October as well, but we usually fall. It starts in October, like that anime season,
So-
like the anime window.
Yeah.
So we're looking probably like in October, yeah.
Yeah, because I just thought it was weird that we heard October and now we're getting fall 2024, and it might be nothing. I might be overreading, but it'd be interesting if they were like, we need more time, so we're just gonna say
Yeah.
fall, or could need more time. But I don't know. That's just me being crazy. That is all we had on here. I think we're really excited for the show. We're excited for all these games, and yeah, man, I'm gonna jump right back into Xenoverse eventually this week. I can't wait.
Xenoverse, yeah, I'm not really playing any. I mean, I miss Fusion World Open Beta, but I'd be playing that if it was still up. But the physical, I'm gonna be actually applying to pre-release for Fusion World.
Okay.
So I'll be playing like first events that come out, which is cool because the cards you get from pre-release actually have a pre-release stamp on them, which is cool. So that'll be fun. I'll be doing that. And yeah, some Dokkan here and there, maybe some Legends. I have Legends on my phone. Dokkan's on PC, so it's a bit more like, like, do I really want to launch the game kind of thing? Legends is like, maybe I'll play a couple fights or here and there. But I'm mostly excited for Fusion World, Sparking Zero, Daima. Those are my three. When Sparking Zero comes out, I'm cooking all of you in chat. I'm cooking you, Mike. I'm cooking everyone.
You ain't cooking me,
everyone.
man. You ain't cooking me.
It'd be so cool if we did like a Discord event too.
Yeah,
like
that'd be
Sparking
sick.
Zero, some Fusion World stuff. That'd be sick.
So on that, why don't you
Yeah.
tell the folks about our Discord? How about anyone that's in here? We got
You.
4 people in here.
You, everyone watching, check out our Discord right now. We have roles, ranks. We have events. We have volume giveaways. Yes, we give away volumes. Now this is not, this is a different fucking manga because my other shit. Let me see if I can find another one. Nope, that's still B stars.
Oh,
But anyways,
okay.
yeah, that we're giving away manga.
Given away. We've
You
already
want
given away
manga?
one. We've already given
Yes.
away one. Well, who
Yes.
was that to? Who was the winner?
That was to the free worker who is not paid.
He's
Okay,
not paid. We're trying to get him paid.
Speaking
Though.
of which, let's go check our leaderboards too.
Woo!
Let me do that real quick. But yeah, so join our Discord now, like right now. If you're in chat and you're not in the Discord, join it. I'll put a link right now. Yeah, just join in, have a conversation. We don't we don't only talk about Dragon Ball. There's art and stuff too. We also have some sections for like other animes as well. So if you don't want to only talk about Dragon Ball and talk about other stuff, you can as well. But yeah, mostly Dragon Ball, right? That's our main focus. And let's see if I can actually get here our leaderboards, because our leaderboards has changed a lot because we do these like ranking, like these tier lists. I want to probably try to just start doing them bi-weekly, not weekly, because then we're gonna run out of tier lists to do. But we're currently doing top 15 strongest in the Tournament of Power. Whoever comes first gets a big bonus in experience. why the experience matters is because later on we're going to do events where you have to be a certain tier to be applicable to join a certain event, and those events will probably be giveaways. Eventually, when Mike and I, design merch, maybe we'll give away a membership to our channel, like gift you a membership. Maybe we'll do a Nitro giveaway, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So let's look at the leaderboard here. And in first place is none other than Skylances, which you're looking at right now.
He's cheating, bro.
Second is the free worker at level 11. Actually, I believe if he messages one more time, he'll be 12. Then we have Brian at third, who's also level 11. And he needs about like 3-4 maybe a bit more, like 5-6 messages. And he's level 12. Then you have Wanderer fourth. He's at level 10.
Yo,
You have
and
Aspect.
he joined like halfway through this. This is nuts.
Yeah. You have Aspect at level 10, and Aspect, fun fact, just won the recent event. So he actually got 4,000 XP. And the reason why he got 4,000 XP was because when we did our giveaway for the volumes, it was how much XP can you gain in a week? The person who accumulated the most XP, so not levels, but XP, won the volume. So the free worker won, and he actually had he gained 4,000 dead on XP.
Wow.
So what I did with the tier list is I said whoever the amount of XP that the person got in the previous event will be the first place winner's XP prize. So since Worker got 4K XP, Aspect got 4K XP for winning the tier list event. We're gonna be doing that differently. The more people that enter, the more XP you'll get. And I'll also be doing like a second and third place will get some XP, and then everyone will get some sort of XP for participating. It won't be that much, but you'll still get rewarded for that as well. So yeah,
sick?
that's why Aspect is fifth. Yeah, what's up?
If we at one point, like you were talking about merch giveaways, imagine it'd be
Yeah.
so sick if there was like a Discord competition like we were just talking about now, and the winner got like a champion of Kaiser and Sky Discord, and like
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe people wouldn't wear that hat. I don't know.
Yeah, people probably wouldn't wear it.
Where's
What
your
I actually
job
planned on
interview?
doing was adding another role. So the role won't actually have a role on the right side, but it'll have it when you click on the person, and it'll have like a trophy, and it'll say like Kaiser and Sky event winner, like first place or something like that, and I'll have a trophy. So when you click on them, so like let's say if I click Toby and Toby is one, he'll have a role on the bottom there that says winner of event, and it'll have like a trophy thing there, like on the roll, just so that we have something like that. And it'd be cool to what I could do is I can implement if people win more than one time, I can add like double trophy to their roll, and then triple trophy on their roll and stuff like that. Which would be
so
pretty
cool.
cool. And again, like it won't get too crazy unless someone's like Michael Jordan-esque in these kind of tier lists. Just because, the more people we get into the Discord, there's different tier lists people are more knowledgeable than others, or some people are going to be researching more than others. Again, like more people in an event is less likely for the same person to constantly win, right?
Right.
And I do it in an unbiased way. Like I said, I did the top 15 strongest Dragon Ball characters in general. And some people put Vegeta as fourth strongest, some people put Goku as fourth strongest, some people put Gohan as fourth strongest. And I didn't lose marks. I didn't put deduct any marks for anyone who put Vegeta, Gohan, Goku at fourth at all. Because those are all debatable. So any take that's like debatable at all, you don't get a point deducted at all. So for example, I didn't think this was debatable, but it was funny that one person in our Discord Noun brought it up. So that's why I put a poll in the community tab. I don't know if you guys voted on it, but it was Orange Piccolo versus Granola, and I don't think that's a debate yet. I think Granola still beats Orange Piccolo. Granola was literally competing with instant transmission Goku. Like he was reacting to instant transmission. That's absurd. So I don't think that's debatable. So if you have Piccolo over Granola, that's a point lost in my opinion. It's the ones that feel very, very like not debatable at all. That are like that. Like for an example, people put Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 above Jiren. I don't know about that one. Personally.
Wait, but like as individuals or as a team?
No. In a team, they beat Jiren. Individuals, no. As an individual, no. I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Really?
And I mean,
they're that strong?
Oh, they're really strong. Yeah. I mean, I can explain like in a different
Okay.
podcast episode why Jiren is stronger than them individually. But I also understand why they think that. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, like stuff like that. Like the tier list guys is unbiased. Eventually I want to actually bring you into it, like for the marking period. That'd be pretty cool. Just to like, gauge like two different perspectives, because maybe you might challenge me on a point that I'm deducting, be like, oh wait. Maybe we should
True.
keep this point on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
person.
yeah.
Or something like that. I think it's good to have a second person, like always checking it too. But yeah, guys, join on the Discord. We're doing events. We're posting news. We have a hot takes channel. It'd be cool if more people joined in on it. I know a couple people have put in their hot takes. That's pretty cool. I like those.
We
I
have a
like
few
that
from
those kinds of
today, a
channels.
few clips from today we should probably throw in there.
Yeah, for real, for real. Gerald uses the art channel actively. We have a meme channel, and then we have manga discussions. So I know that's a kind of, it kind of stays dead after the first week of the new chapter,
Yeah.
but uh, but yeah, there's a manga discussion channel that you can talk about the newest chapter on. And what I'm planning on doing eventually is just leaving it like people can talk about the manga in the general chat, but like during that 1 week period, like give some people time to actually read the chapter first. So keep it in the manga discussions for at least a week and then push it out to general chat. Because again, at the end of the day, this is a Dragon Ball channel. We're gonna be talking about the manga, so I think it's okay to have it in general, um, especially later on. So
Yeah. Agreed. Um,
yeah.
that is all exciting. Definitely join the Discord. If you haven't noticed, then there is an code up there on the screen. If you scan that on your phone, if you're watching this on a computer, if you screenshot that on your phone, you should be able to
Mhm.
utilize that code and get over to our Discord channel. So you can go ahead and do that. But this has been a great episode, Josh. We've gotten a chance to talk about all the updates we heard from Battle Hour.
Yep.
And yeah, it was really cool to watch that bit live, at least with the Daima.
Hmm.
That was fun, and it got me really
The
hyped.
concert was great too.
I missed that, so I got to go back and rewatch that or watch it.
It was good.
Yeah. But this has been the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast. My name is Michael, but you can call me Kaiser, and that is Sky. You can call him Josh as well. This has been a great episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on all of the socials that you find down below once I update the description eventually. Maybe today, probably tomorrow. Catch us in the next one, though.
Peace.
See ya.